Welcome to the City Current Show, powered by Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services.
This show focuses on sharing good news and powering the good in our community. Now here's your host, City Current CEO, Jeremy Park.
Welcome back to the City Current Show, powered by Higginbotham. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're always honored to bring you inspiring stories of individuals and organizations making a difference, empowering the good. And that's why we're honored to have with us Dana Taft, Chief Business Development Officer with our City Current partner, Signature Transportation. How are you doing?
Doing great, Jeremy. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. Well, you make life easy on so many fronts when you talk about your world of transportation, concierge service. And so we have a lot of amazing things to talk about. But let's start. Give us a little bit of background for Signature Transportation.
Yeah, well, Signature Transportation started right here in Music City, and it is a privately owned ground transportation company. I would say we started on Music Row really as transportation for artists. And over the last 2 decades, we have expanded beyond the reach of Nashville and have taken the company all across the globe and do everything from sedan service to large buses, charter services. So the company has had great growth and connected with some long-standing clients that are like family. We definitely are a family here. I know some people that's, scary, but for everyone here in Nashville, when you see locals who have, invested in our city and been here before the big boom, it means something. So even as a company, we have some of our chauffeurs who have been with us the entire time. So I love that.
Absolutely. And we've had a chance to see you in action firsthand, from transporting our guest speakers to our big kids dental day and shoe distribution, where you were able to bring out, huge amounts of kiddos on the buses, and everything is around this customer service. And you mentioned obviously the long legacy with your team, but that carries over into the customer service. And so talk about some of the things that make you all special.
Yes, well, we say at Signature, because the experience matters, and we are not offering just metal on wheels. We are offering everyone who does business with us has the opportunity to let us serve them. We are giving them an experience of safety, an experience of comfort, an experience of, let me think for you on some things. Let me take something off of your load, whether it's tracking your flight, making sure we have the right routes so that you get to your destination efficiently. So our experience is beyond just the metal, even in how we train our chauffeurs, who really are the representatives from day to day. We want to make sure they're equipped with physical tools to help people for the unknown, and then knowledge about where they're going and being able to give recommendations and different things like that, so that everyone has a great experience. Another really important thing for us is having 24/7 live agents. I know in the digital age, we love technology, but I don't know if you've ever been frustrated trying to call someone for customer service and having to go through bots and AI. We have people here 24/7. Doesn't matter what time, if you are needing a ride or if there's been a change in your flight, you don't have to worry that there's not someone here tracking it and can answer your call and make sure you have a great experience, even on the phone.
Touch on some of the elements of convenience, because I think especially for busy executives, to have someone, driving them where they can be working during that time. And so when you talk about, traffic and being able to optimize your day, that is a huge advantage for busy executives. Then you get into the corporate, piece of this for team outings. And as I mentioned, the kids dental day and shoe distribution, bringing a large amount of kids or coworkers or team members, or a bridal, party.
Sure.
There's a lot of versatility with what you offer. So talk about some of those nuances.
Yes, and it's Convenience is probably one of the number one reasons why someone wants to use us for ground transportation. Not only are you getting someone driving you, anyone can have a driver, but to have a chauffeur a part of your experience so that you can do whatever you might be multitasking doing. We have executives that are flying in for maybe 8 hours and they're going from place to place and they want certain things, whether it's we have sprinter vans that have a full office and bathroom in them where they can literally have an office on wheels as they're going from stop to stop. So that convenience is definitely something that is utilized for executives. Then when you're talking about team outings, I know, for example, a company might come in with a whole board meeting and want to go visit a location, but they want to keep the conversation going with their board who aren't normally in the same place at the same time. So being able to ride comfortably together to stops helps with team building, bonding, keeps the conversation going, and they don't have to worry about all those logistics. When we talk about social events and weddings, a lot of social events involve open bar, even sporting events. And a lot of people want to be sure that people are making smart choices and not getting behind the wheel, drinking and driving. So by setting up transportation for something like a Titans game or a Predators game or a big gala helps eliminate the worry that one of your guests might actually get behind the wheel, which is the last thing we ever want to see someone do. So there's elements of safety there. And then, like you brought up our dental day, there's these special occasions where someone, it could be an under-resourced community, has the opportunity to feel like a celebrity. Like they are being picked up and they all get to ride together. Kids go wild. And they cannot believe, because many times they've only seen a school bus or maybe a city bus. So to get inside of a luxury coach, they are blown away. And those are always fun times for us. We've also had where university groups, they'll need to take their group from whatever city they're in across state lines. And we're able to help with that. Team sports, the sky's really the limit. If you need to get there on wheels, we help find a way to effectively get your group together and going where they need to go.
Touch on the aspect, as you alluded earlier, locally owned, locally focused, but really global reach. And so when you talk about Nashville, Memphis, across the state of Tennessee, and obviously well beyond all over the world, basically, talk about that network and that opportunity.
Well, this industry is called the livery industry. And in this industry, because we have been around for over 2 decades and have done well with what we have created, there are many other operators across the industry who want to do business with us and use us as their mentor. So we set up affiliate relationships across the globe where I get to go in and meet with a company and make sure that they create the same experience and brand standards that we have here in Nashville and whatever city they're in. That way, when we have a national client, for example, who is traveling maybe to London, they don't have to go searching for transportation in London. All they have to do is call us who they trust, and we have that worked out for them. Same thing goes when you have a business traveler who, I am going for the first time to Quebec. What do I do? It's no worries. We can help you with that. Many times if we're setting up an airport transportation, we ask our clients, when you get to your destination, would you like for us to set up transportation? And because of the network we have built in the livery industry over the decades and the respect that we have in the industry, we have fantastic partners all across the globe. And we continue to expand. Just when I think we have all the cities, a client will throw a new one out, and absolutely, I will go and have it all worked out before they even get to their destination.
That's awesome. And it all goes back to, kind of that concierge going above and beyond, but making sure that everyone is so well taken care of, which is the specialty, right? So
Yes.
touch on the aspect of timing. How far in advance do people need to make reservations? When you talk about kind of even the international piece of this, like how far do people need to be planning ahead to be able to optimize that opportunity?
Well, like in any type of travel scenario, the further in advance that you give, the more preparation we get to put into making sure that your experience is fantastic. But truth be told, a couple of hours, we can make it happen. The interesting thing about Middle Tennessee is a very popular destination. So certain times of the year are a little bit more chaotic than other times of year. And we'll have clients coming in surprised that we have limited availability because they don't understand how Nashville ebbs and flows. So we try and work with destination management companies and our corporate partners to make sure they understand the times of year that will probably need a little bit more lead time. Like, for example, I can think about the Vanderbilt University graduation weekend where every single large capacity vehicle in all of Nashville was on that graduation. And if someone wanted to plan a wedding that day, it probably wouldn't be a good day. So little things like that we try and work with our clients for airport pickups, things in sedans and SUVs. It could be 30 minutes where they realize they had too much to drink and can we get someone out to the restaurant? Absolutely.
Carry that into then kind of behind the scenes on the business side, the logistical piece of that, because just like you said, you've got inventory that you have to be able to make sure that it's, you gassed up, equipped and staffed. You've got some of those pieces. It's like playing Tetris, matching up to, okay, what does the customer need? How can we make sure that we have everything in place at the right time? So touch on some of those elements that really go into creating the perfect puzzle, but all those puzzle pieces you have to manage.
It definitely is a Tetris game, but the beautiful thing about being in the industry for as long as we have been, there are so many things that we do in preparation for busy seasons, even on a day-to-day. Part of a driver's chauffeur schedule is to fully be gassed up and car washed. There's breaks in their day to make sure that it's done. So they will never need to stop for gas with a client in their vehicle. We have a dispatch team, and the team is monitoring every chauffeur and every vehicle 24/7. And even our customers, we have customer portals. So we have client relationships where they book a large demand of trips. They're able to log in and monitor their trips and monitor where their chauffeur is all the time. So technology helps us there, but our dispatch team, our quality control team, and our chauffeurs really make the day-to-day happen. Now, for business development team, our folks who are account managers and in client relations, we try to do as much in advance as we can to set up a group for success, to set up our clients for success. So the Tetris from our side is not as complicated as that 30-minute call saying, can you be at Hall's Chop House because I had too much to drink. So between that and how we schedule, we really have the experience that gives us an advantage to make sure things can happen. I'm not going to lie to you, though, like many others in the hospitality industry, when you're 24/7, you could be on all the time. So maybe some of us in certain positions kind of overwork. We kind of can't put the phone down because we're monitoring VIPs and making sure everything's all right. But we want the clients to have a great experience.
Yeah, and that brings up a good point, is just the 24/7 responsibility of what that entails. And so touch on community engagement, because when you talk about, the long roots and legacy, touch on why community engagement and being a part of the fabric of the community is so important.
Well, this was very important to me and how I even took this position in working with Signature as opposed to some other companies in the hospitality industry that I have. When you are working in hospitality, especially in the higher end market, luxury market, many times it's all about profit. But when I came to Signature and met our CEO, Mike Dozier, he immediately wanted to hear about what things were important to me. And as I shared that I felt it was imperative that we get engaged with the community, he said, absolutely. He's been doing that from the beginning. Many times people didn't even know. So some event might happen in the city and he will deploy vehicles just for free, just whatever needs to happen. Whether we had a tragedy last year in Nashville at one of our local schools, all the transportation for those families done, not even public. But we have been engaging with government agencies, different nonprofits, and things like that, and working with smaller companies. There are many distilleries in our area, and some are newer and wanted to bring traction to their distillery, things like that, where we are partnering with smaller businesses to help them achieve their goals. And that's what feels good, where it's not just about the bottom line. We also invest in our employees, and we want them to have work-life balance. We want them to have all the benefits that come with what might be perceived as a 9-to-5 job, even though some of our chauffeurs work 10-hour days. We want them to have those same benefits where they're taken care of and their family isn't worried about day-to-day bills and things like that. So the reach in the community is very important and it's strong, and we're constantly looking for ways and how we can be involved. Of course, we can't do it all, but we definitely, for example, we have a partnership with the Predators, and we work with their foundation and support foundation events so that they can be produced and run. So, or like the dental day.
Yeah, absolutely. That's I'm about to say, it all goes together, and lifting the community and the collaboration, and it's awesome. And that's the heart of the business, just like you're talking about, which makes it special. So where we can go to carry this conversation forward, where can we go to learn more about Signature Transportation and obviously take the next steps to book a ride? So where do we go?
Yes. Our website is nashvillelimo.com. And from there, you can get a quote on a ride. You can fill out a survey specifically about something you have questions for, or you can book directly on the website. You can also get the links to our social media, everything from Instagram and Facebook. It's at Signature Nashville. And we're also on LinkedIn, and we just try and keep up with whatever our community and our clients and potential clients are looking for. So give us a call 24/7. Someone will be here to answer and direct you to the right path for your needs.
Well, Dana Taft, Chief Business Development Officer with Signature Transportation, thank you for all you and your amazing team do to power the good. Thank you for being City Current partners and coming on the show.
Thank you, Jeremy, and thank you, City Current. We are just loving our partnership and are grateful to be part of such a fantastic organization.
Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services is proud to power the City Current Show. We're a people-first company that protects what matters most, the families, businesses, and trailblazers that keep our community going. As one of the nation's top independent insurance firms, Higginbotham is a single-source solution for business insurance, employee benefits, HR services, and personal insurance that's customized for you. We're here to serve you, the people you care about, and your community. Call 866-377-1959 or visit higginbotham.com.